One thing that gets mentioned in GDPR time and time again, well, there's three things that come out of it, actually. The most common one is state-of-the-art technology, right? But what do they mean by state-of-the-art, right? The specification was deliberately written in a way that it would be ongoing, evergreening, right, without having to revisit it multiple times. So what could be state-of-the-art today might not be state-of-the-art tomorrow. If you look at these controls, what we've got is a set of cross-generational controls that work hand in hand. If you look at some of the base controls that you've probably seen before, so you'll see things like anti-malware and content filtering. Yeah, they've been there for a while. But then you're coupling them with things like machine learning, heuristics, behavioral analysis, sandbox analysis. These are some of the new age controls you need to think about, especially as the threat landscape is changing, right? We've all seen the kind of recent ransomware attacks and things like that. They've either been a form of a zero-day, or it's been a violation of vulnerabilities that hasn't been seen before, right? So you need the capability that not only says I've got some prevent capability, which is what our kind of anti-malware and content filtering would be, but you need that detection capability to say, actually, we've seen something outside the norm. It's never been seen before, but it's doing some strange things. The other thing that the specification talks about is having the appropriate controls for the type of asset or the data you're managing. So that automatically says I need to take a risk-based control, but a risk-based approach, but the controls that I adopt doesn't have to be all of that. If it's a low-value server, again, it might have some PII data on there. You may only want to use some of those controls, especially if it's embedded quite further down. But if it's an internet-facing server or an application, you may want to use all of those elements in there.